Britain announced on Tuesday it would hold a public inquiry into the death of a former Russian spy who accused Russian President Vladimir Putin of ordering his murder, but denied the decision was linked to the Ukraine crisis. A year ago, the British government declined to order an inquiry into the killing of ex-KGB spy Alexander Litvinenko, who died after drinking tea poisoned with a radioactive isotope in a London hotel in 2006. That led to accusations Britain was appeasing the Kremlin, which has always denied involvement. Tuesday's announcement comes as Prime Minister David Cameron leads calls for hard-hitting sanctions against Russia, including freezing the assets of Putin's close allies, after the downing of Malaysian airliner MH17 in a pro-Russian rebel-held part of Ukraine last week. A spokesman for Cameron denied there was a connection between the decision to hold an inquiry and the Ukraine crisis. Litvinenko's wife, Marina, said she too believed the decision had not been taken as a result of the events in Ukraine.
Of course, it is very difficult to say what do I feel exactly now, because I was waiting for this decision since February, and I believed one day it will happen, but it's happened today when it's a very difficult situation in the world and relationship between Russia and all West community, and what happened in Ukraine. It makes all my case now in a very different prospect. But I'm definitely sure it was not taken because of this decision of public inquiry. It was the anyway. But I think it's quite just happened, and not just because of for today. But it makes very, very strong feeling about, particularly for me.
Marina Litvinenko said she did not expect the inquiry would lead to the extradition of her husband's suspected killers from Russia, but would reveal what happened to him.
Of course, from very beginning it was extradition case, but Mr. Putin himself said it is not constitutional right to extradite people from Russia, and I believe he never will change his mind. And even when David Miliband, when he was a foreign minister, said you need to change this part of constitution if you're not able to extradite people if they committed any crime, Putin said you need to Britain, you need to change your brain, he said. And I believe Putin will not change his decision not to extradite, and he will not change constitution. And it's something must happen in Russia to change this decision about extradition.
The inquiry will be chaired by Robert Owen, the judge in charge of the inquest into Litvinenko's death, who has said there is evidence indicating Russian involvement in the murder. Owen himself had called for an inquiry, saying the inquest could not get to the truth because he could not consider secret evidence held by the British government. The inquiry will start on July the 31st and is expected to be completed by the end of 2015.